You know, I watch photography businesses take shape. Some move forward with direction and purpose. Others stay active and sometimes book enough clients to seem busy. Yet they are building something that isn't quite yet coming together. The difference shows up in the decisions being made, the standards that are being set, the direction that's being defined. You know, based on these observations, I'm going to share with you 12 business truths that influence how a photography business grows, how it attracts, and whether it supports the life that you want it to. Hey there, Lens Legends. Welcome to another episode of the Portrait Profit Show, where we focus on the business side of photography. I'm your host, Jim Landers, your guide on the business side. The Portrait Profit Show is brought to you by Digital Pro Lab and Landers Photography School. For Digital Pro Lab, Amanda and her amazing, wonderful team are going to make you look like a hero. And that's just by default because Amanda hires fantastic people. They love what they do. They aren't here today, gone tomorrow. They love what they do. Their work is fantastic. They love you. You go back and you see the same people every single time. If you haven't checked out Digital Pro Lab, then go to digitalprolab.com so that you can see the difference that Digital Pro Lab can make to you and your life. digitalprolab.com. The show is also sponsored by Landers Photography School. Landers Photography School does both the business side and the photography side. I want you to use the address that you see on the screen right now. That's a URL to my calendar. So it says calendly.com/photo school /15MIN. That takes you directly to my calendar to put yourself on my calendar for a free 15-minute private lesson, just the two of us. It's not really a lesson. It's just to talk about you and your goals and hopefully point you in the right direction. And I'd like for you to go to the comments section right now and enter in hashtag live. That way I know whether you're watching us today on live on either Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube. We're simulcast to several places. And for those of you who are watching the replay, please comment hashtag replay. And while you're there, share the Portrait Profit Show. Let other people know that the Portrait Profit Show exists. That's how you found out about it. You let other people know about the Portrait Profit Show too. I sure appreciate it when you do. You know, there are moments in a photography business when things feel like they should be working, yet something feels off. You are putting in the effort. You're creating strong images. You're staying active. But things aren't coming together the way you expected. There's not a lack of talent. There's not a lack of effort. It's usually a matter of direction. A photography business is shaped by the decisions you make, the standards you set, and the priorities you choose to follow. When those are aligned, things begin to move forward with purpose. When they're not, it can feel like you're working hard without making any progress. You know, the progress that you're very capable of. There are many truths in business. In this lesson, I'm going to walk you through the 12 business truths that influence how your business grows, who it attracts, and how it supports your life. Now, as we go through these, and let me put them on the screen right there. Oh, that's so small. Make that a little bit bigger. There we go. As we go through these, pay attention to the truth that stands out first to you. That may be the place where your next clear step begins. Now, they're all going to resonate with you, but something's going to stand out. The goal is just clarity, knowing what matters most, seeing where your business is already aligned, and recognizing what deserves your attention next. All right, let's go through each one of these one at a time. I'll take that off the screen for now. And go through each one of these 12, one at a time. Truth number one, define your destination first. Before you build a photography business, or if you have already started building your photography business, do this now. You need to be clear about the life that your photography business is meant to support. A photography business is simply a tool to help you get the life that you want. Many photographers spend years working hard, improving their skills, and trying new strategies without ever stopping to define where they actually want to go with their life. Without that clarity, it becomes easy to stay busy while moving in a direction that doesn't lead to the life you want. When your destination is defined, your decisions begin to align with your life. You can see more clearly which opportunities move you forward and which ones simply keep you busy. You begin to recognize the difference between what is good and what is right for you. Your destination turns effort into direction. Truth number two, clarity attracts the right clients. Your future clients often make decisions quickly. Whether they think those exact words or these exact words I'm about to share with you or not, they're asking themselves something like whether you are the right fit, whether you understand them or not, and whether the result you create is what they have in mind, at least kind of, sort of. When your message is specific, those decisions become easier. People can see what you create, who it's for, and why it matters. They begin to recognize themselves in your work and understand what working with you will feel like. That level of clarity brings confidence to your business, to you and your clients. It allows you to speak directly to the people you want to serve and makes it easier for them to move forward with you. Now let's move on to truth number three. There it is. Don't chase clients. Chasing puts you in the crowd of other photographers. Positioning puts you in their path. When you look for clients in the same places as everyone else, you step into a space where decisions are made quickly and comparisons happen side by side. In that setting, the conversation often centers on price. Now, availability, speed play a role there too, but price. And if you're competing on price, you're going to lose. Someone can always do it less than you. A stronger approach is to position yourself where your ideal clients already spend their time and attention. This can be through relationships, partnerships with businesses that serve them already, or environments that naturally connect to their lives. Over time, this changes how people come to you. They're not sorting through a list of options. They already have a sense of who you are and how you fit what they want. You guys feeling this? Can you understand the direction that I'm heading? Do you understand why these things are important? We've done 3 of the 12 so far. If you like what you're hearing so far, go to the comment section and just say yes, or I'm feeling it, or I get it, or maybe you have your own thoughts you want to add to this. And if you haven't already, enter in live, hashtag live, letting me know you're watching the show live. Let's move on to truth number 4. The value of portrait photography is emotional. It's not transactional. Portrait photography matters because people matter. Portrait photography matters because people matter. That's why I believe this industry will last for a long time to come. Clients do pay for photography sessions, but that's not the reason they choose to move forward with you. They're making a decision based on what the final images represent. A family connection, a moment in time, a way to remember someone as they are now. The value is tied to what those images mean and how they get to live with them over time. The image is created now, but like any other investment, it has value over time. There's a lot of things that people buy that aren't investments. You could go to a nice restaurant. That's not an investment. That may be a luxury, but talk about luxury. Photography is a luxury, and it's an investment also because you get to keep on receiving the benefits of those photographs. That photograph that's displayed on your wall of your family, that every time you pass by it, you cry tears of joy. You don't buy that once. You invest in it. Again, that's from the client's point of view. When this is understood, it changes how the work is presented and how clients are guided. The focus shifts towards what will matter later, in addition to what happens during the session. That's where the role of the photographer becomes more defined. You are creating something that carries meaning long after the session is complete. Truth number 5. Your pricing sets the tone for your business. Pricing influences your business, whether it's seen immediately or introduced later on in the process. Some photographers post their prices online, some of them do not. Both models are good as long as they're done for a specific reason that helps you reach your goals. They're both good. They just have they're different tools. It's like if you're a carpenter versus a mechanic, both use tools that are appropriate for what they do. So do you. It affects how people reach out, how they approach the conversation with you. And it may indicate what they can expect from working with you. This is pricing. Your pricing can pull attention toward a low price, convenience, short-term decisions, or it can support a conversation about the experience, the result, the guidance, and your finished work. Set your pricing in a way that supports how you want to work, who you want to serve, and what your business supports. Truth number 6. Your business reflects what you allow. The standards in your business are not set by intention alone. They are set by what is accepted, repeated, and left unchanged. When pricing is lowered to secure a booking, that becomes part of the business. When expectations are unclear or adjusted along the way, that becomes part of the business. The same is true when extra work is added without structure or intention. A lot of us photographers want to give more than what we said we were going to. But you've got to do that with structure and intention. If they don't understand that you gave them more, then it has no extra value. They have to know. Over time, these decisions shape how clients interact with you and what they come to expect. They also shape how you spend your time and what your work feels like day to day. Clear standards give your business direction. They define how you work, what clients can expect, and what you can consistently provide. Truth number 7. You guys hearing this? You getting something from it? Go to the comments section. Let me know. If you haven't already, enter in hashtag live, letting me know that you're watching the show live. Truth number 7. Build your foundation before you scale. Growth makes problems more visible. It doesn't fix them. If your pricing is unclear, if your process is inconsistent, or if clients leave unsure about what's supposed to happen next, increasing your volume will amplify those issues. More sessions, more communication, more expectations, more pressure. A strong foundation gives your business stability, clear pricing, a defined process, a consistent client experience. With these things in place, growth becomes something you can support instead of something you have to keep up with. Truth number 8. Focus comes from removing what doesn't belong. A photography business becomes clear the moment it stops trying to be everything. Photographers often add more in an effort to create more opportunities, more notice. They're trying different things to see what sticks. Another type of session, another offer, and on the marketing side, another place to post and promote their work. Over time, these additions can make your business more difficult, harder to manage, harder for clients to understand what's going on. When everything is available, if you're the kind of person who says, I do everything, just tell me what you want. When everything is available, nothing is defined. Clients should quickly see why they should choose you, why they should remember you, why they should refer you. Focus becomes stronger when the business offers fewer things that compete for attention, defined services, consistent messaging, and a clear path for clients to make it easier for people to understand what you offer and how to move forward. They need to know what the next step is supposed to be very clearly. Removing what does not belong helps your business work, helps your work stand out, and makes your business easier to run. There is one of you. I'd recommend you make it easier for you. Truth number 9. Do the right things, not just the good things. A good idea can be the wrong move. That is one of the hardest things for photographers to recognize, because many opportunities look useful, beneficial on the surface. A new promotion, a community event, a discounted offer, a collaboration, a new type of session, or another place to be seen can all look like positive steps. They all take effort. You can say, I worked hard on this. Yeah, but if you work hard going the wrong direction, the example I give often is on the road. If you're on the right road but going the wrong direction, that's a problem. If you're on the wrong road altogether, how do you know? Because it's still a good road too. The only way you know is by defining the destination. The real question is whether that step leads in the direction you have defined. When your destination is clear, decisions become easier to judge. Some ideas move you closer to the life you want. Everything else simply consumes time, attention, and energy while making you feel productive. Feel being the key word there. Good keeps you busy. Right moves you forward. Now, truth number 10 of 12. Time is your most valuable asset. Every business decision is a time decision. The clients you accept, the prices you charge, the services you offer, the way you communicate, the products you deliver, and the systems you use. All of these things determine how your time gets spent. That matters because time is the one part of your business that you can't multiply, not your own time. There are automation systems, there's AI, there's hiring people that effectively multiplies your time. But as far as you and what you do, this matters. Once your time is filled with the wrong work or even good work, there is less room for the right work. A sustainable photography business protects time on purpose. He uses time for the clients, services, relationships, and systems that support the direction that you've defined. You guys resonating with this stuff? If so, tell me in the comments. Go over to the comments and say yes, or I get this, or this is perfect. This is what I needed to hear. Or share your own thoughts. And if you haven't already, enter in hashtag live, letting me know that you're watching live. By the way, I can see quite a few of you have entered in hashtag live already. I appreciate that. Yeah. Robert, well, I think I'll put that up on the screen. Can you guys see this? It's down at the bottom. I have to put my readers on. Bingo on clients not realizing the value of for free extras. I found that giving freebies more times than not sets you up to devalue your time. Freebies given are then expected again. Thanks, Robert, for sharing that, because that's the truth. By the way, if anyone else wants to share your thoughts, I might put them online. Some of the thoughts you guys have put here in the comments, and I can read some of them. I can't read all of them, but some of your comments are really good, and I can put them online. Others of them aren't right for at least this part of the show. So, but feel free to do them, to add them. Truth number 11. Complete the work by fully serving the client. Now, the photography session is part of the work. The finished result is the reason for it. And the client experience is what carries them from one to the other. A client may come to you because they want images, but they often need guidance to get from the idea to the result. They may need help understanding what will serve the purpose of the images, what form the final work should take, where it will be, where it will live in, if it's a portrait, where it will live on the wall. If it's for business purposes, is it going to be on a Facebook page? Is it going to be on an email? Is it going to be used for business cards? So where will it live, and how it will be used or enjoyed after it's created? Full service means guiding the client to the appropriate finished result. And let me give an example of that. For a headshot client, that may mean a retouched and optimized digital image file ready for business use. Now, there's a lot of different business uses, but ready for that purpose that you guys have discussed. For a family portrait client, though, digital file's not done. because it might be a framed portrait installed on the wall is considered full service. That's how I did it with my business. I didn't want to give my clients any work to do. I felt like if I am a service provider, I'd provide the service, not a piece of the service, the whole service. If I'm a roofer, I'm not going to hand them a bag of nails and say, you know how to use these nails. You finish. I took off the old stuff. You can put on the new ones. They're sitting right over there. No, I'm going to finish the job. Too many of you have gotten in your mind that digital files are the finished product. They are sometimes. But if you think they are all the time, you got to open your mind a little bit. The product changes based on purpose, but your responsibility remains the same. You know, as tools make image creation more accessible, easy, quick, better for do-it-yourselfers, the client experience becomes even more important. The way you guide, prepare, care for, and help clients make decisions becomes part of the value they receive from working with a professional photographer. So if you're not doing more than what average Joe could do on their own, revisit what you do. Because average Joe can take their neighbor to a park nearby and take some pictures of them playing on the swing and having a picnic. The neighbor could do that. If that's all you're doing, step it up. When the client is served well, the work ends with purpose. The images have a place, a use, a reason to matter. Let's move on to truth number 12 of 12. Align with businesses that serve the same clients. A photography business grows stronger when the right people are already familiar with you before they need you. That's why alliance marketing matters. When you build relationships with businesses that already serve the clients you want to reach, you create a path built on trust, familiarity, and shared value. The strength of this approach is in the relationship. A good alliance can lead to referrals, shared projects, events, introductions, and opportunities that place you directly in the path of people who are likely to value what it is you do, what you create, what you provide. When you build and nurture the right alliances, your marketing becomes less dependent on constant seeking and more connected to relationships that continue to work with you. Those are the 12 business truths. Remember this. These 12 business truths work together. When you define your destination, when you stay clear about what you do, what you create, when you work with the right clients, and you build your business with intention, something begins to shift. Things begin to make sense. Frustration, fear, and overwhelm just fade. Decisions feel easier. Distractions, well, they lose their influence. Your business starts moving in a direction that supports your ideal life. That's the goal. To build something that works for you, your clients, and the life you've clearly defined. Take a moment to look back over the 12 truths. By the way, you can do that by watching the replay or by asking me to send you the handout. If you want the handout, just reach out to me, jim@portraitprofits.com, and tell me you want the handout. I do charge for it, but it's a voluntary thing. So I send the handout out, and I send an invoice for $10. If you want to pay it, great, pay it. Don't want to? Great, don't. I won't send a reminder. I will forget because it's not about the money. So again, if you want the handout, send me an email at jim@portraitprofits.com. I'll put that on the screen. Get today's handout. So I want you at least to focus on just one of the 12 and move forward with that. One that has resonated with you more than the others. Then continue forward with intention, making sure that each step you take is leading you toward a destination that you've clearly defined. Now, as you know, we do the Portrait Profits show every single Monday. So I want to tell you about the upcoming shows. In 1 week from today, that's May 11th, I move on the second Monday of each month, I move the time to 6:30, and that's because I bring someone on. Sometimes I bring a panel of people on, but this one I am bringing on Ayush Arora, who is the founder of Filter Pixel. This one is called After the Session: Why Your Workflow Needs to Change. After the session is over, it feels like the hard part is done. Well, until you sit down at the computer and go through the images. What follows is possibly hours of reviewing, comparing, second guessing, and deciding which images move forward and which don't. It's time consuming. It can feel heavy, and it slows down everything else in your business. So in this episode, Ayush Arora is going to make you or make your post-production process efficient. Mark it on your calendar. 1 week from today. Again, it's the second Monday of the month. So it's at 6:30 in the evening, not at noon. So make sure you put that on your calendar 1 week from today. And then 1 week after that is make the best choice obvious. If there's even a moment in your process when your clients don't know what to do next, that's not a client problem. That's a signal to simplify. That's a signal to simplify the path. This episode shows you how to structure your offers so the best choice becomes obvious. Now, there's a lot of ways that people do this type of merchandising. Some people have just one price. So therefore, there's no such thing as best choice as the choice, but this is still going to be beneficial to make sure that people understand why that is a good choice for them. But others have multiple options. Maybe they have 2 or 3 or more. When you have too many options, it becomes confusing. So a lot of photographers will have 2 or 3, and that's about it. However you structure your offer, there's going to be something that you really want them to lean towards. And for most of us, it's an average sale, the amount that you're actually going for. So you're going to make that what it is you want them to purchase. You want to make that obvious. That's what it's going to be about on, I'll put it up one more time, Monday, May 18th at noon. Make the best choice obvious. And then 1 week after that is full service photography. Now, this is a detailed version of today's truth number 11, complete the work by fully serving the client. That's what it's about. So that's 3 weeks from today, the end of May. Imagine a roofer handing you a bag of nails, pointing to a stack of shingles, and calling the job complete. Hey, you know how to use a hammer and nails. You know how to use a digital file. Everybody does. That's what happens every time a client is left to figure out what to do with their images. So, in this episode, I will show you how to guide decisions so your work ends as something finished, not forgotten. May 25th at noon, full service photography. Make sure to add this to your calendar. You've got a million things going on in your life. You're going to forget. You're human. But these lessons are free. Put it on your calendar. It's worth it. Lens Legends, I hope this lesson today has given you a clearer view of how your business is being shaped and where you can guide it moving forward. Your work means something. It matters. And when these things align, everything begins to move forward with purpose. Thank you, Lens Legends, for your time and attention here today. And thank you for the hard work you put into building a photography business that matters. For Landers Photography School and Digital Pro Lab, I'm Jim Landers, and this is the Portrait Profit Show. I look forward to watching you grow. You guys are amazing. Bye for now.